Hello students, welcome to Learn at SAN tutorial. Children, welcome to Learn at SAN tutorial. In this video, I would like to explain some important questions for your examinations. Okay, so 9th class biology first unit, that is cell, its structure and functions. That unit, important questions I am going to give you now. First, let me start with diagram. The important diagram is draw the diagram of nucleus and label it parts. So in the examination they'll give you nucleus diagram, and what they will do, they'll ask you to draw the diagram and they'll ask you to label the parts. Sometimes in the objective they will give you endoplasmic diagram, endoplasmic reticulum diagram, and they'll ask you to label the parts. They'll give one diagram and they'll give you two parts. They'll give you X and one more part Y. So you have to label the part over there for half mark. Okay. So nucleus diagram, endoplasmic reticulum diagram, then diagram of mitochondria, then draw the diagram of plant cell and animal cell. So these are the 5 diagrams you need to focus. Nucleus diagram, endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, plant cell and animal cell. These diagrams you will get it either for 2 marks or 1 mark or half mark in the objective. Okay now? Next, 4 mark questions. Differentiate between plant cell and animal cell, prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. So this question they will ask you for 4 marks. So how you should answer, I'll give you a very brief explanation about this. So listen carefully. Plant cell and animal cell. Okay, so they'll ask you this differences. So what you should do, you have to write the difference between these two. So I'll give you 5 or 6 difference that you should remember in the examination. First difference in plant cell and animal cell is cell wall is present. First point what you should remember, cell wall. Cell wall is present. Okay, cell wall is here, cell wall is absent. So write down, cell wall is absent. Next, what you should remember here, vacuoles are large in size. Vacuoles are large in size. Here vacuoles are small in size. Vacuoles are small in size. Okay, then third one, centrosome. Centrosome is absent. Centrosome is present in animal cell. Centrosome is present. Okay, got it. Next, fourth one, in plastids like chloroplast, here plastids are present. Here plastids are absent. Plastids are absent. Okay, so in plant cells, what they'll do, they can prepare their own food. So they prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. photosynthesis. Okay, here they will not prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. So these cells, they not prepare their own food. Understood? So these are the differences. Cell wall is present here, cell wall is absent. So mainly focus on cell wall. So cell wall is present. Here cell wall absent. Vacuoles are big in size, vacuoles are small in size. Centrosome is absent here. Centrosome is absent. Centrosome is present. Remember, plastids are present, like chloroplasts are present here. Here plastids, chloroplasts are absent. They prepare their own food. They undergo a process called photosynthesis. But here they will not prepare their own food. Now let us see differences between prokaryotes or prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. This is very important difference. You should remember. Okay, what is prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell? Okay, you know, here pro means not well developed, karyotes means nucleus. So here nucleus is not developed, here nucleus is well developed. So what you should write in the first, here nuclear membrane around the nucleus is absent. Nuclear membrane is absent. Here nuclear membrane is present. Nuclear membrane is present. Okay. So well defined nucleus is not present here. And here it is present. Okay. Chromosomes are present. Chromosomes are present in cytoplasm. But in case of eukaryotes, okay, chromosomes are present in nucleus. Chromosomes are present in nucleus. Here single chromosome is present. Single chromosome is present. Here many chromosomes are present. Here many chromosomes are present. Okay. Next, prokaryotic cells are mostly unicellular. These are mostly single cell organisms. Unicellular. And these are mostly multicellular. Means it is made up of many cells. Organism is made up of many cells. So multicellular. Okay, children. Here examples are, for prokaryotics, examples are cyanobacteria, blue-green algae, and here examples are plant cell and animal cell. Plant and animals. Example. Okay. And here only one cell will perform all the activities. Here different cells will perform different activities. Okay. Here like cell organelles are absent. Mitochondria, then chloroplast. These are all absent here. Cell organelles. But here cell organelles are present. So that is the one more difference, you can note it. Got it? So here cell organelles are absent. But here cell organelles are present. Okay? Second important answer is lab activity. Here two activities are very important. One is observation of nucleus in cheek cells. That is very important, and I have explained this in my previous videos once you check it. Okay now? And one more activity is observation of mitochondria. Observation of mitochondria, observation of nucleus, these are the two important experiments which you need to learn, because experiments are very important question, definite question in examinations, in biology examination. So these two I already discussed in my previous videos. So first lesson video, so once you go through first lesson, full lesson explanation is given already in my videos once you watch all those videos. Okay now? Next, so these are the 3 4-mark answers from this unit. One is plant cell, animal cell, prokaryotic and eukaryotic differences, and observation of nucleus and mitochondria. These are the activities. So these 3 answers are important, 4 marks. Next to 2 marks answers. Start 2 marks answers. Why lysosomes are called as suicidal bags of the cell? See, inside the cell, lysosomes are present. These lysosomes contain some destructive enzymes. So the materials that has to be digested, that is sent to the lysosomes, and lysosomes will break those materials. But sometimes what happens, these lysosomes will break open, and when it breaks, all enzymes, destructive enzymes will come out. These destructive enzymes not only kills this lysosome, destroys this lysosome, but it is destroy complete cell. That's why it is called as suicidal bags of the cell. Okay, it is called as suicidal bags of the cell. Next question, 2 marks answer. Next question, what happens if plasma membrane ruptures or break? So this is plasma membrane. Okay, so if this plasma membrane breaks, what happens? Actually, this plasma membrane protects all cytoplasm, nucleus, cell organelles. If it breaks, what happens? All these cell contained cytoplasm liquid will come out, all cell organelles come out. So complete all cell organelles will die, and completely at last our cell will die. This is a plant cell, you know very well. Understood? So in this plant cell there are many small vacuoles first. These all small vacuoles fuse to form the bigger vacuole, and this vacuole will store the cell sap, liquid like water, minerals, understood, some sugars, salts, amino acids are present in this cell sap. So in animal cell, vacuoles are more in number and they are small in size. But in plant cell, all the small vacuoles, they are fused to form bigger one, because to store these all items. Understood? So it will store water, minerals, sugar, salts and amino acids. So that is the reason. Next, very important question. Who and when proposed cell theory, and what are the features of cell theory? Cell theory is proposed by a scientist called Schleiden and Swan. These are the 2 scientists who proposed cell theory. So cell theory is proposed by Schleiden and Swan in 1838. In this year they proposed cell theory. So these scientists, what they said, every living organisms are made up of cell. So every living organisms are made of cells. After they said this, a scientist called Rudolf van Virchow. So this scientist, he added one more point in cell theory. What he said? He said that new cells arises from pre-existing cells. He said new cells arises or comes from old cells, means already existing cells. pre-existing cells. Okay. In cell division, what happens? One cell, old cell will divide into two cells. These two cells again, these divided into four cells. So cell division will occur. New cells will come from old cells, already existing cells. So this word is said by Rudolf von Virchow. So who said this? This is said by Rudolf von Virchow. So this he added later on. This scientist has added later on. Given by the scientist called Scleden and one more. So he worked on animal cell, he worked on plant cell. Understood? And finally they gave cell theory. Got it, children? So this is about 7 mark answers, and for objective I'll give you explanation for this. So listen this, and most of the objectives and 1 mark answers will be covered from this topic. So first of all, you should know about cell wall. So cell wall. First, what you should know about cell wall? Cell wall is present only in plant cell. Okay. And it is also present in fungi. It is also present in bacteria. Understood? So these three things it is present. And in plant cell wall is made up of cellulose. It is made up of cellulose. In fungi it is made up of chitin. In bacteria it is made up of peptidoglycan. Peptidoglycan. So in the examination this is important. Only this one is important for you. Okay. Cell wall. The plant cell wall is made up of dash. It is made up of cellulose. This is important. Next, cell wall functions are very important. Okay. Cell wall, first of all, cell wall is, what is the function of cell wall? Cell wall is present in the outer layer, almost all outer covering. This outer layer is made up of cell wall. So this is cell wall in plant cell. So what is the function of this? This is very tough but flexible, and it has some holes, porous, so that it allows information. It passes information from one cell to other cell, and it gives shape. Understood? So it gives shape. Function is it gives shape. Next function, it protects from external environment. It protects all inside parts of the cell from external environment. Then third thing, it transfers information from one cell to other cell. Information. So these are the functions of cell wall. So this is very important, and this can be asked for the examination. Okay. Next, plasma membrane. Now, for plasma membrane, what is important? Plasma membrane. Listen, plasma membrane is also called as cell membrane. This is also called as cell membrane. This is also called as cell membrane. In animal cell, it is in plant cell, it is present below the cell wall. It is present below the cell wall. But in case of animal cell, it is the outer layer, outer part of this cell. Okay, got it. This is the cell. Inside the cell, cytoplasm is present. This is plasma membrane. Plasma membrane. Understood, children? So, and nucleus is present. Many cell organelles are present. So, it is going to protect this. Got it? Next. Why plasma membrane is called as selectively permeable membrane? That is also very important question. Why it is called as selectively permeable membrane? Because it allows only certain things to enter inside and certain things to go out. It is not going to allow everything. It first selects few things and it allows. That's why it is called as selectively permeable membrane. Selectively permeable membrane. So this is important. Function of plasma membrane is important, okay, in the examination. So what is the function of plasma membrane? It gives shape in case of animal cell, and it protects inside parts, and it selects only few things. It allows only few things to come inside and to go outside. That's why it is called as selectively permeable membrane. Only 3 functions. Next comes cytoplasm. What is cytoplasm? Cytoplasm is the cell content, a liquid which contains all cell organelles and nucleus. So this is about cytoplasm. Okay. Next, they'll ask you about nucleus. Who discovered nucleus? What is the use of nucleus? Or why nucleus is called as cell's control room? Function of nucleus. Who discovered nucleus? Robert Brown. Nucleus is discovered by Robert Brown. This you should remember. This is important in case of nucleus. In which year? In 1831. Got it. And why nucleus is called as cell's control room? Because cell's control room, because it controls all the functions of the cell. Simple. It is called as cell's control room because it controls all the functions of the cell. Understood? Next, one more very important point what you should remember is nucleus is present in all cells except RBC of mammals. Nucleus is not present in red blood cells. In case of plants, phloem, sieve tube cells. In these cells, it is not present. In these two, absent. So nucleus is absent only in these two cells. It is present in all cells. Okay. Now, what are the functions of nucleus? 2 functions. One, it controls the cell. Second one, it participates in cell division. It participates in cell division. It controls all the functions of the cells. Functions of the cell. So these are the functions of nucleus. In case of nucleus, who discovered? Robert Brown. Why it is called cell's control room? Because it controls all the functions. Where it is absent in red blood cells in case of mammals, phloem, sieve tube in case of plants. Understood? And what are the functions of this cell? It participates in cell division, helps in cell division. Next, it controls all the functions of the cell. So these are the questions asked either in case of either it asked in objective or 1 mark. Okay, next. Now let us see the cell organelles. What are the cell organelles? Mitochondria, okay, lysosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, short form ER, ribosomes, Golgi body, okay. Next, chloroplast. Vacuole. So these are all cell organelles. Okay. Now let us, what is important in what questions will come from these cell organelles? Only you should remember the functions of this. Functions of these organelles are very important. You know, all these cell organelles are present in cytoplasm of the cell. These are all present in cytoplasm of the cell, and you should know only functions of this. They'll ask you functions, very important. Mitochondria is also called as powerhouse of the cell. Why it is called powerhouse of the cell? Because it helps in cellular respiration. What is the function of mitochondria? Cellular respiration. Okay. Cellular respiration is the function. That's why it is called as, because it stores energy in form of ATP. That's why it is called as powerhouse of the cell. Lysosomes are called suicidal bags of the cell because whatever that any materials are should be, what are all the materials that should be destroyed or should be digested, that are sent to lysosomes because it contains destructive enzymes. Thereby it is going to digest it. So what is the function of this? This is going to digest, and some things, some materials it is going to destroy. Okay, the unwanted things. Understood? Some cancer causing agents are there, that is also destroyed by the lysosomes. Understood? What are the materials that are not digested by the cell? That is digested by lysosomes. Okay, so helps in digestion and destroying the things. Understood? Next, endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum, they help in transporting the material from nucleus, transport materials or substances from nucleus to cytoplasm. So that is the function of endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum are two types. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum helps in lipid synthesis, and rough endoplasmic reticulum, that is shortcut RER, helps in protein synthesis. This you should remember. Ribosomes, they are attached to endoplasmic reticulum and they help in protein synthesis. They help in protein synthesis. What is the function of Golgi body? Golgi body, it is going to pack proteins and lipids before it is transported to cell membrane or other parts of the cell. So it is going to pack proteins and lipids. Understood? Chloroplast. Chloroplast trap sunlight and they help in photosynthesis. They help in photosynthesis. Vacuoles. The main purpose of vacuole is to store food substances. Okay, they store water. They store water. They store some minerals, salts, sugars, and amino acids. Understood? And who discovered this Golgi body or Golgi apparatus? This is discovered by Camillo Golgi. Who discovered Golgi body? It is discovered by Camillo Golgi. So to get more videos, so you please subscribe my channel, like the videos and share to your friends. Okay.